Hello and welcome to Kenrick Farms. How is everyone doing this fine evening here? We are going to be hopefully getting going on the community server here. Now, I just had to, unfortunately, change my network connection over, and I just got dropped off the server. So I've been on the server for almost an hour now, making sure that I had all the maps loaded up and I was ready to go since it is a huge map. And guess we're gonna be reconnecting to the server here real quick, so I apologize for that. How is everyone tonight though? How are we doing? Carson, welcome to the stream. Always good to see the members here. Favor Farming, how you doing, man? So all of my moderators have been reset, Favor Farming, because my accounts got hacked, and when they took my channel offline, all of the permissions went away. So let me see if I can fix a few of these here as we get going tonight. Legendary, how you doing? This is, how do we know this is the real Kenrick after the hijack? Well, unfortunately, I don't think I could be impersonated just yet with the AIs online. I'm not popular enough for that, but we're gonna be getting going. I gotta get reconnected to the server here real quick. And let's see here. Daxton, how you doing? Ethan, good to see you in the stream, man. Living on a Player, there's a name I recognize. Let me see if I can fix your status. There we go. We're adding people back in here one at a time. Cowboy Farms, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. All right, let me see here. I'm getting reconnected here to the game. It takes just a minute to load in since we are is this, I forget, a 16x map? Yeah. Oh, I'm so upset that I had to reconnect. I had all of the maps uncovered and everything. We were good to go for the stream. I do apologize. My little guy was sick, homesick yesterday from school, which means I'm starting to feel the head cold coming on here. So hopefully my voice holds out tonight. I feel okay, but I can definitely feel the hints of the head cold coming. Luckily, I have all of my videos recorded all the way through Sunday. So if I can manage to get healthy again before Monday, we'll be good to go. VR's in Minnesota, always good to see you guys. How you doing? I am doing great tonight. Cowboy Farms, we did actually have some hail, some sleet, freezing rain here over the last couple of hours. We're supposed to get a little bit of snow tonight. I'm noticing something up there. Hang on. There we go. Gotta keep that green screen adjusted. The little guy came down to say goodnight, and he bumped it over, and I've been trying to get it reset here. Let's see. I have been working ahead of the stream here of setting up all my buttons and everything. Again, I lost all of my Stream Deck settings with the rebuilding my PC over this weekend, and so I forgot to back those up, and I've been busy resetting everything up today. Can't wait to try everything out during the live stream here. And I had a combine out here somewhere that I was driving around in. There it is. So we're gonna be doing a little bit of harvesting on the server tonight. This is our community server, and that means that it is open to everybody in the community. It is a public server. It does have a password on it. The password, though, is just to kind of keep out the general riffraff, so to speak. And so if you are a member of the community and you join the Discord server, you're going to be able to join in on the fun here on the community server. Getting all my GPS set up here so that I can chat and drive at the same time tonight. There we go. I think that's going. Let me check all my YouTube windows. All the little dots are green. Good to go. Pleasant View Farms, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Austin Johnson, you guys got 7 inches of snow today? Where are you at, man? That's a lot of snow. I am glad we've been pretty much done with winter. We had 54 degrees last couple of days. So the fact that it's below freezing is a little bit upsetting today, actually. Oh, good. Somebody cut through over here so I can start making the rounds in a more sane way. And hopefully get somebody to unload me with the grain cart as we go up and down. I did not join the chat, the multiplayer chat tonight. I'm just kind of getting back into the swing of streaming. We missed a whole bunch of streams over the last few days, or the few weeks, I should say. And so I'm we're going to take it easy tonight. We're going to just do our thing and hang out with chat. Dylan, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. You guys were in shorts yesterday. Jealous. Farmer Tech, always good to see you, man. Hopefully you're doing well. I saw your question in the members chat just before the stream, and I forgot to reply. But I can tell you what file that is after the stream. I'll make sure to link that over to you as far as being able to transfer your keyboard bindings from one PC to the other. There's a file you just need to copy over. In fact, I keep a copy of it on my desktop because FarmSim has a tendency to reset your key bindings on a regular basis. Daniel, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Rap Bob, what a nice name. How you doing, dude? Ty, you asked what kind of PC do I run? I am using what am I got now? An Intel processor. I'm using a NVIDIA 4900. I just did a new PC build. I need to put the new stats out there for everybody and see if I can get my links updated in my description, because that's pointing to my last server, my previous build, I should say, which is now my kid's PC. Virtual Potato Farmer, how you doing? I am excited to be back in streaming tonight, and man, the lights in here are just a little bit bright tonight. I might have had them cranked up just a smidge, and I'm checking my phone here because I think the heat is cranked up down here, and when I've got the lights going and the heat's on, I get a little bit warm down here when I'm streaming. And since we're going to be doing this for 2 more hours, we better turn into a row that I can actually get emptied on when I go back down. So we'll do that over here. But yeah, when I'm streaming for a couple hours here, it does get a mite warm. Are we on the same GPS track? We are not quite on the same GPS track. Oh, that's annoying. Here, let me back up. I'm gonna see if I can get adjusted here. There might even be a GPS track for this field. I guess I should check that real quick. Or are we just winging it here? What is this, field 12 that we're on? I don't see a field 12 harvest track. So we're just going to put this down, and I'm going to scooch over a smidge here. And then we're going to see if I can... Oh, my GPS rotated 190 somehow. Oh, no. All right, we're winging it again. There we go. I don't know what I did, but we're just going to grab this, and then he's going to grab behind me. We should be all good now. Living, I'm sporting a Commodore 64. Yeah. So, I wish I could get away with that. That was my first PC, actually. Was, well, I don't know if it's a PC, but that was my first computer, was a Commodore 64 back in the day. And the first time I'm using all of my apps and stuff here is asking me for all of these permissions. I apologize. I don't want to set all this up. I just wanted to turn the heat down, but I guess I can't do that. I apparently haven't used the Nest since I restored all of my accounts, so I can't do any of that. It's been quite a pain having lost my primary Google account, because I didn't realize how much of my life I ran out of Google here. when I lost that account. I mean, I lost access to pretty much every piece of software that I use right now. So it's been quite the interesting few days here. Now I'm gonna Alt-Tab for a minute. Sound's gonna go a little wonky. I gotta move my chat over so I can see it behind the water bottle. There we go. Rat Bob, after you played a few times, it got deleted and it crashed. Had that happen to you before? Yeah, I've had my save games get deleted, but I don't know. It's usually if it's trying to save when I exit or something else, and then it crashes. So, oh, we've got another moderator down here. I need to add back in. There we go. It's been a pain this week. Every time I do anything, we are setting everything back up almost from scratch. It feels like so many missing pieces here and there. Oh, and now we've got the strip going this way. You know what? We're going to leave it. We're going to leave this strip just to stay on a consistent GPS track. That's what we're going to do. And Mark, this community server is actually open to the public. All you have to do is join the Discord server, and all of the information is posted in the community multiplayer server chat. So you're able to hop on here and play along. We tried to keep the mods fairly limited. There's not a ton of stuff on here, but there are quite a few mods still. The map's pretty big. And yeah, I think we're going to have to just come back and pick up the row of shame here after the fact. Like, I'll just come back down and take a single row all the way down. We'll do that. Johnny, yeah, the being able to watch and play on at the same time can be difficult sometimes. Press Alt Home and it'll line up to your middle point of your harvester. Yeah, I don't think it's that my my GPS track is aligned to where I'm at. And I could move over a line. It's just then I would be missing a row when I jump over on the other side here. So we're just missing this one row, and I'm going to pick it up on the way back down. Because otherwise I'm going to keep having to adjust every single pass, and that's going to be a pain for the gentleman following behind me here, who's also set up his GPS track on the same path here. So that's all right. And I could probably just set one for the field. You know, it's funny is I never actually got into setting GPS tracks. So I guess I should just name this and do it Field 12 Harvest. Save track. I don't know if we're saving these to the farm or if they're just in here. I better hurry up. Add. Track. No, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Stop. Okay, folks, let's just do this. Like that, like that. It's centered. It's in the right spot. Field 12 Harvest. Add. There. Now everybody can have the same GPS track, and we'll be good to go. No more shenanigans. However, I guess now is the appropriate time to see if our stupid crash counter thing is working. I had to download all of the things for my Stream Deck again. There we go. And so now we've got a crash counter again. Always pain. And so we're gonna take the row of shame because we created it. Get this all cleaned up, It's all good. King Randy, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, man. Nubs, should have done that when you started the field. It's fine, it's fine. And I feel like I'm missing some chat messages here. I do apologize. But I think we've got everything configured now. And let me see here. Do I have all my other things turned on? I do. I'm going to try some buttons. Yay! All right, Stream Deck is working. Cool. VW Toy Farmer, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Prospect Farm, nice to see ya. We're getting into it now. But yeah, for those that don't know, I know a couple people were asking earlier, my primary Google account got compromised here earlier in the stream. Earlier last week. And I've been working on getting all of those things recovered here over the last several days. My YouTube account got suspended. Everything got turned off. All my videos got marked private. It was a long process to get everything restored. And we got the channel up and running over the weekend. And then I got access to my primary account on Sunday as well. So we're back up and running and should have everything going now. Zach, how you doing? Dare you missed the Elon Musk streams already? Yeah, that was quite the awkward experience for sure. It was one of the only times I've gotten a notification that my own channel was live and didn't know what was going on. All right, Row of Shame has been successfully removed. We're no longer feeling the shame. Now let's see if we can pull ourselves right in here. There we go. Looking good. Now, we do have a few mods on this server that I wouldn't typically play with, but because this server is so huge, the fields are gigantic, we do have a mod on here that's letting me harvest at 12 miles an hour instead of 6. And so we're good to go. You knew it wasn't me streaming when there were 0 crashes, total giveaway. Oh, looks like we might be saving or somebody's joining. One of the two. It does lurch for just a second when the save goes off, so that's completely acceptable given how big of a map this is. And I'm just checking up here. I know I'm looking up at the top of the screen, kind of getting a feel for how long the chat delay is. I forgot to check some of the settings on YouTube for that, so it looks like we're running at 6 or 7 seconds behind, so keep that in mind. If it takes me a second to respond, I'm probably just distracted, but it could be the stream delay. Hi, Exodus. This is an X9 combine that we're running here. I haven't been on this server since our last live stream on this server, and the people playing on the server have been doing an awesome job of buying out a bunch of equipment. In fact, we've only got 4 tractors and 1 truck leased right now. We've managed to buy a couple of X9s here. We've got 3 of these Trident spreaders, or applicators, I should say, because I think there's a sprayer and there's 2 of these dry spreaders. So that's pretty awesome. We got a couple of really big planters here, DB120s. Got some big seeders in here too. Interesting. We've got some bigger seeders on the mod list, so I'm kind of curious why we're using those, but that's all right. And yeah, they swapped the combines out because I think these combines have the largest hoppers on them out of all of the combines that we have on the server. So I'm guessing that's probably what happened here, is people wanting to maximize their time moving in the field here. And on a big map like this, it's always pays to have the max hopper capacity. Now, I'm not going to make it to cut through unless somebody comes and empties me first. I want to get down here a few rows, but I'm going to wait here until somebody comes and empties me out, because I think I can just make it across this field if I have an empty hopper. Wagner Dairy, nice to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. And well, here's my grain cart coming. Awesome. We do have a bunch of these, well, this one's not a Fendt. I don't know, this is the Challenger version of it, but we've got a number of these tractors that can push up into the 38, 39 mile an hour speeds, which is pretty awesome. Makes for a great karting tractor. All right, so let's see here. I probably don't need the headlights on anymore since we did move time forward until it was daylight. When I logged on here, it was pitch black. And now we've got some daylight here. There we go. We're all emptied out, so I'm going to go ahead and get going back on, let's say, this row over here. Here we go. And I should be able to cut all the way through on this, if I'm remembering correctly. Now, although I say that, and this seems to be a better part of the field than where I was harvesting previously, and so we're getting a lot more bushels to the acre over here, or I guess I should say liters to the acre. Tyrell, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Miles, you're using the Lizard Titans on console. Nice. Levi, how you doing? Welcome, sir. Man, I don't know if we're going to make it through. When I was cutting through over there, the soil quality was a little bit worse, but I don't think I can bring up the precision farming map. Maybe I can. Oh yeah, we can bring it up here. So we've got this loam soil here, and this is doing a lot better here. If I bring up the yield map, you can see we're getting up into the 125% yield rating over here, where previously I started kind of over in this area of the field where it was much lower. So that's all right, but at some point here before I get to the end, we might have to cut in. Farmer Tech, where's the setting for the chat delay? Yours runs about 30 seconds behind and drives you nuts. So when you set up your stream in YouTube Studio, you can pick from a few different options, and one is ultra low latency, and it's supposed to only be between 0 and 5 seconds of latency. So that would be interesting. Oh, we're gonna get full here, so I need to back up here and cut in so that I can get unloaded. Let's see if I can cut over here. I've got a couple of percent left. We do have crop destruction on the server here, so it's one of those things you got to be a little bit careful. And yeah, as long as you're streaming in 1080p, ultra low is where it's at. If you try to stream at a higher resolution, you might want to you actually need to change that to stream at a higher resolution, but for streaming I find 1080p is pretty much the easiest to set up. I do put all my videos out in 4K though, because I find that the quality ends up being just a little bit better than if I just uploaded in 1080p. Man, I have to say this thing unloads really fast for how much crops are in it. But it also, it's just like, it's unloading slow, but it reminds me of just how much we're harvesting here with this giant header. There we go. So let me see if I can get back over here on my GPS track. Something like that. Perfect. My Iowa Dairy is a really good series. I've been having a lot of fun with that series. I've been having a lot of fun with both of the series that I'm running. Edgewater Sask has been a ton of fun. But UMRV and running that dairy has been exciting because for me, it reminds me a lot of when I was playing on the Millennial Farmer map back in the day. And we're kind of playing around and exploring with a lot of new feature function on some mods that I just haven't had a chance to get really familiar with in FS22, such as the features of auto drive. You know, and we'll be working on some of the course play integrations with that. But especially yesterday's video or today's video, what day is it? Today's Thursday, so yesterday's video would have been UMRV, and I got all of the automation with the forage chopper working so that the unloader was coming up right alongside me, even though I was driving the forage chopper, and that was just a ton of fun. That was so much fun. So can't wait to do more on that series. Tomorrow's video is going to be a lot of fun. Playing around with some of the new mods and stuff. We finally get ourselves out of the chopping world and move on to doing a little bit of other jobs on the farm. And Faber Farming, I've heard some rumors. At one point, he'd actually posted on Facebook that they were looking at it and doing some work, and then I think he deleted the post. So I said it on a live stream a couple weeks ago, and then I couldn't find the post. So it's one of those things where I think they're working on it, but I think they decided that maybe they shouldn't have said anything until they get closer. So we'll see if it comes out. We'll see. Dylan, when is Edgewater coming out? So they South Sass Modding posted yesterday. They put a new version out to Giants over the weekend, and it's still waiting testing. So I don't know. This could be the time it passes. This is, I think, the 4th time back and forth with Giants, if I remember right. And so they've been working hard. They've been solving all the issues. They're still pushing for a console release. And so, yeah, it's coming. I don't know if I should say coming soon, but it should be coming. Keegan, you watched the Millennial Farmers series back in FS19. That was a good one, too. And you live when you make half-hour videos, or you love when I make half-hour videos because you like longer FS videos. Yeah. So I try to shoot for between 20 and 30 minutes. I find that's the sweet spot. And sometimes they go a little bit shorter and they're like 15 to 20. Sometimes they go longer and they're like in the 30 to 40 range. But if I had my way, I shoot for right around a 25-minute mark for my videos most of the time. And that seems to work out pretty well. But a lot of times they go a little bit longer. Oh, Cowboy Farms South said it went into testing late today. Awesome. So last time, I think it was in testing for 4 days before they found issues. So I don't know what to take away from the fact that it's in testing, but that is good news. It means progress. There we go. All right. I got a little bit of a crazy start there, so we just had to get aligned again. Oops. That's usually what I do. I'm talking so much I don't realize that I got full. There we are. We're full again. Whoa, stop. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to move. Favorite farming, you're more of a 15 to 20 minute. Yeah, different people have different lengths that they prefer, and that's where like I try not to go over that half-hour mark because more than 30 minutes is too long for most people, for sure. All right, let's see here. I guess I don't know why I'm sitting here. Well, I've got a grain cart driver. I'm reading chat and trying to catch up here. Here we go. Let's try this again. Quince, you're new to this game. Any tips? I did the tour guide, but still confused. So I will say this game can be a bit overwhelming. There's a couple of people that have done some really good intro type tutorial videos. But the guy I always like to go to for tutorials on like how to play the game and understanding the core concepts would have to be Farmer Cop, I think. Farmer Cop's got a great set of videos that are targeted towards new players and explaining different game mechanics. And so go check out Farmer Cop's channel and look for some of his tutorial videos on how to play. I've done some tutorial videos, but a lot of the videos that I do are more targeted at how to use specific mods. And some of those can be, I guess, more targeted towards intermediate to advanced players. And, you know, I never got around to doing how to play type, you know, the early new player type tutorials. That might be something to add on at some point. There's always new people coming into the game. And yeah, you've got to give Giants, the company that makes Farming Simulator, some props. They've done a great job of adding a lot of different elements to the game, so it can be a little bit overwhelming. And Faber Farming, that's a great point. Driver53 has been putting out a ton of awesome videos that are really geared towards teaching you how to do different things in the game. Love Driver53's videos. Great point. Definitely check him out as well. Tyrell, how can you join? If you're talking about how do you get in on the multiplayer server here, anybody on the Discord server is able to join the multiplayer server. All the information's on the Discord server. All the information about the Discord server is in the description of the video. Oh, we almost made it to the end. I wasn't paying attention. Back it up. Back it up. Tyrell, you're from Australia. Nice. Well, we've got some nice big fields out here. Trio gaming, a feature that would be cool but useful would be if you could hire a worker in the tractor with a trailer or grain cart and the worker would follow you around. That would be cool eventually. Auto Drive will do that for you on PC, but it'd be cool to see something like that come to base game. I was just talking to somebody in the comments of one of my videos about how awesome it would be if some of these auto drive and course play features started coming to the base game workers. And honestly, the worker in 22, they tried to cover some of the stuff. Oh my goodness. I crashed right into him. The base game worker is now covering some of the stuff that used to be handled by auto drive, where you can actually send it to go deliver a load of grain to the elevator, something like that. But it's just not quite there. It doesn't work nearly as well as auto drive. I don't know of a nice way to say it, so. We are in field 12, so let me bring up this map. So we've been harvesting out here. I was actually on for an hour before the live stream at harvesting here, and I was somewhere right around where you see this dark green line here. I probably did that. I don't know how, but we have not made that much progress. These fields are ginormous. So it's been kind of fun to get out here and see some of these huge fields. We've only got 2 combines at the moment, if I'm not mistaken, but we've got a lot of other equipment and a lot of other jobs that need to be done. A lot of other tractors. We've got fields that need to be fertilized. We've got fields that need to be planted, I think. And we've got the work plan mod here. So you can see field 12 is currently sorghum. And, you know, the farm managers on the map are doing a good job of trying to keep things updated so people know what needs to be done. And so here you can see the planned fruit is wheat. Lime is done. These things aren't needed, but we do need fertilizer. It's not done yet. And so you can see all of these different things here and what crop we have in them and what crop we plan to put in them, so on and so forth, which is really cool. Jim, do you need a guy to run the power washer? Still need to figure out GPS and auto drive stuff. Well, honestly, the only thing we're using GPS for right now is the combines, but the grain cart drivers and stuff is all just free-form driving here. And so I know we've got a couple of grain carts on the map here, and we've probably got some other jobs out here. We do have auto drive running the semis, And I guess I should put this pipe in so that he knows that I'm all emptied out so he can go empty the other combine here. Good harvester etiquette. And Cowboy Farm, what mod was it that I just showed off? That's called the Work Plan mod. And it's made by, oh my gosh, I can't remember the modder name. LS Company, I think. And they do a lot of other utility mods. They're the same group that does like the land lease mod and some different things like that. So there's a lot of cool utility mods that they've created for sure. So let's get right back in here behind the other combine. We've got a second cart coming already. And I've got just enough capacity to more or less make it to the end. But we might as well get emptied out as long as I've got a grain cart here. We're harvesting almost as fast as we can unload. Not quite, but it's interesting at 35% when we started this. I'll probably make it most of the way down the field here before we're empty. Wes Henry, how you doing, sir? Been a while. It has indeed, sir. Thankfully, I'm hopefully back to streaming, and I'd like to be streaming twice a week moving forward. We'll see how I can keep up with that schedule. We seem to keep having some life events jump up and get in the way, but that's all right. We'll stream as much as I can. Hopefully, though, at least Tuesdays and Thursdays, between having 2 nights now that I'm trying to stream, hopefully I'm able to make one of them. And I guess to a point, precision farming does support crop rotation, right, Trio? So if you rotate between crops that require nitrogen and those that don't, or those that put nitrogen back into the soil, precision farming kind of gives you a benefit from rotating crops. You can plant corn one year, use up a bunch of your nitrogen, and then do soybeans the next year and get some nitrogen back in your soil, which is really one of the main reasons why you're rotating crops. Simulation Station, how you doing, man? I'm not getting hit with snow. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I haven't looked outside since a couple hours before the stream started, but we were getting some pretty bad hail a little bit earlier. And I was out earlier, it was raining, and then it froze, and the roads got real slick around 6 o'clock here from all the rain that just froze. And we're supposed to be getting some snow overnight here. I don't know how much, though. Not enough that, I think it was like 1 to 3 inches or something, which will probably melt in 2 days because it's been 50 the last several days here. It looks like I'm trying to figure out, I've got the whole thing up here. Who's in the other X9 here? Pity's in the X9. Nice. We're going to get all set up here and run around, get behind Pity. I'm going to need to get unloaded here soon, too. I'm at 75%. Let's go. Keegan, the icy rain is the worst weather. Yeah, I'm not a fan. And I've got a teenage driver right now, too, which always makes me nervous because he's coming home in the dark in the icy roads and stuff. And this is not his first winter driving, but this has been kind of one of the crazier weather years in a lot of ways. So I always get nervous when he's out driving around. Schools have been, oh no, I'm reading chat and driving over the crops. This is why I'm not allowed on the server. Schools are all closed over in Grand Rapids. Yeah, that's crazy. We don't, my kids don't have school this week. We've got Monday and Tuesday off coming up here, so it'll be interesting. Yeah, this is the second time I've run over the crops, Pity. Jim Fox, yeah, there's actually quite a few Michigan people in the audience in general. I need a running over the crops counter. I've got this. It happens enough that I made a thing to pop up on the screen. Mac, you guys are getting hit with freezing rain right now. Yeah, Ontario's just a hop and a skip here over the border. Oh, you're over in Kalamazoo. Nice, Jim. Yeah, I'm in the Metro Detroit area myself. Brandon's from Arizona. Yeah, Arizona. I read it wrong, but got the right thing. Morgan's from Quebec. Nice. Yeah, we've got a fairly big following from Canada on the channel as well. Not a surprise since I've played a number of Canadian maps over the years. But it always amazes me how many people from around the North America, but also around the world we end up with in the community. Crazy winter year, haven't had the sleds out once. Yeah, it's interesting is we've had 2 good snowstorms this year, and that's about it. So it's been a pretty mild winter, all things considered. I mean, I can't remember the last time in the second week of February that it's been 54 Fahrenheit, that is. I guess we've got enough people from other parts of the world that have more sane units of measure. Peter's from Australia. We've had a couple of other people from Australia in chat earlier today as well. I'm always curious when I play maps like this how people who are from those areas, and I realize Australia is a big country, but how realistic the maps are for people who are actually from a given area. I wish I knew what area this was from. I mean, I guess the name of the map is called Western Australia, right? So I guess it's from the west side of the country, but at least in the US, when I play on various Midwest style maps, I've been to a lot of the states across the Midwest area in the United States, so I can kind of speak to the realism of a given map when we're in North America. I've been to a good chunk of Canada, or I shouldn't say that. I've been through a lot of Ontario. I haven't been to too many other places in Canada. But yeah, that's always the crazy part for me as well, is that the different times of year are different seasons in places like Australia, right? And this map actually has, if I can find it, where'd the map go? There's supposed to be a... oh, I don't have seasons turned on, so I can't see. But this map is got like an offset season for what time of the year it is, which I thought was really cool. Western Australia is a state of Australia. Yeah, I'm curious how big Western Australia is, like in comparison to areas of the United States. I've never actually bothered to open up the map and kind of look. Nubs says we've got 4 million in sorghum. That's one thing I haven't taken a look at yet since we've been on here. So let's take a quick look. So the goal, so for those that don't know, we're actually competing with Argsy Gaming's community, and the goal here is to fill up the silos with all of the types of grain that they hold, which in this case is sorghum, oats, soybeans, sunflower, canola, barley, wheat, and dried corn. And so we're already at 4 million sorghum. You can see that's barely a dent here in the total amount that it can store, though. So we're going to be harvesting for quite some time on this map. But as we get some more equipment, get some more fields, we'll start to catch up here. We'll start to keep filling the bins. As you can see, we knocked out some contracts. We're up to 1.4 million in the bank here on this save, and we own most of the equipment that we have. So I'm kind of excited. Oh, we didn't quite switch out on the grain driver here fast enough to get Pity unloaded. We were just this close. Trio, am I going to play Westby again? I don't know. I love that map, but also because I did a lot of the beta testing on it, we were I played that map like 4 different times, and so I was kind of like burned out on it, I guess, because I restarted on that map like 3 or 4 times in the process of testing it out. And if I played it, I'd probably want to do Dairy again, which I'm doing Dairy on UMRV right now, so I'm gonna be dairied out after UMRV. I think we'll see how it goes. I'm actually having a lot of fun with it, though. It's been a while since we ran a good serious dairy. Whoops, I'm trying not to crash into anybody again. And yeah, Ty, for UMRV, I should find a moderate row crop tractor. Oh, that's right. Pity has to take off here, so I'm gonna pass him here. Let's see. Get going back on the straight rows here. So I agree, I should get a nice bigger tractor on that series, and I definitely will. We were just trying to start off with kind of what we could afford, to be honest, and start out a little bit smaller, and then we're going to work our way up in that series pretty quickly. I was worried about how much money it was going to take, how much effort it was going to take to feed all of these cows, and it turns out that we have a mountain of silage. We're going to have so much silage that the harvest store is going to be full before we finish harvesting this field that we're in right now on UMRV. So I'm no longer worried about feeding the cows. We're going to buy a whole bunch more cows. Even if it puts me into debt, I'm going to buy a ton of cows, and I think they're going to pay for themselves very quickly. Dairy seems to be quite profitable in Farm Sim, and so we're going to go all in on the dairy and see how it goes. Pity, thanks. Lunch break is over. Appreciate you jumping in and spend a little bit of time with us. Ah, goodness. Nubs, do some of us need... Yeah, probably could grab somebody in the combine. I'm more worried that if the grain carts are going to be able to keep up if we go down to one grain cart driver. Auto drive has been kind of hit or miss when it comes to actually coming out and unloading the combine. In my limited testing here tonight, I did a little bit of testing off camera, wondering if the grain cart driver would work as well with the combine as it does with the silage setup, and the short answer was nah, not quite as well. It works, just not quite as well. Am I going to harvest the rest of the corn that does not fit in storage? Yeah, so if I get to a point where the harvest store is actually full, I'll leave the rest of the corn for the combine rather than chopping it into silage. But I think it's going to be close. I think the way the harvest store works is you have the entire storage limit set for the chaff, and then you have that entire storage limit for the silage, and the silage might get full, but we might have enough storage to keep the unfermented chaff in the harvest store as well, just because Farm Sim is, ridiculous in how it all works. And so we're going to see how that goes. Western Australia is 975,000 square miles. Interesting. I have no idea what a given state is to compare that against. When is the next episode of Middleburger? Middleburger is going to be on Sunday. We missed last Sunday because, well, I didn't have access to my accounts or my channel, but I've got the video. I've actually got the next 2 videos of that recorded, I believe. I'm trying to remember now. I've got at least 1 recorded, so I've got to edit that. That'll probably get edited Saturday morning and uploaded for Sunday. And then we've got, I think I've got some more bloopers and stuff that I'm going to release on Saturday. And then next week, Saturday, we're going to be getting back to posting tutorials on a weekly basis. We've got a lot of tutorial content that we need to get caught up with. And I'm about to get full. I might have to jump down here and grab my own grain cart. There we go. Cowboy Farms has got the stats. Michigan is 97,000 square miles. So that would make Western Australia 10 times the size of Michigan, or 4 times as big as Texas. There you go. That's a big area. We got a lot of equipment here. Let's see. Trying to find one of those grain carts. Here's a grain cart. Oh, and somebody else is already out there unloading me with the other grain cart. That's all right. I think I left my tractor or my combine running. We'll switch gears for 1 second here. Oh, this thing is on auto drive. Okay. Well, I guess we'll jump back into our combine then. Oops, it was running. What am I doing? I'm dumb. All right. And off we go. South Dakota's got to be smaller than Texas, I imagine. Here we are. Here we are. What combine would you use in UMRV? So right now we've got an STS 50 or STS 60. Probably an STS 60 on UMRV. That's where we're going to start with. And then as we grow up, I guess I'll say, on that series, we'll probably jump into an S series combine next. I almost always go for the X9s because I just love the X9 as a combine, but we'll probably jump up into one of the S series combines, maybe one of the JHHG edits that he's done. Those are pretty slick, although I know Custom Modding just came out with one as well, so we'll have to check those out, see which one I think is going to work better for us, and go from there. Looks like, I don't know if that is that auto drive. Yeah, auto drive's going out there to unload the other combine. Very nice. We've got a number of people on the server now. I know Pity had to jump off, but we've got a couple other people running here. We got lots of slots open if anybody wants to join. Trio, there's the S790 by Giants. Yeah, that one's not gonna make the list. Not very high on the list. And is that auto drive or a real driver? I can never tell. There's no name above it, so I'm going to guess, I don't know. He's unloading you on the go too, Nubs? Nice. Yeah, I've tried that, and it worked once while I was doing it earlier, and then more times than not, I guess I could just turn back around on that same pass, but more times than not, he just got confused and stopped, so. All right, let's see here. There we go. We're back on track. Yeah, it'd be nice to have one more grain cart driver. Yeah, you have to call them way early. I think the call early was on like 30% or maybe 50%. I can't remember. Something low. Oh, right. Oh, we've got our grain cart driver here, though. He is speedy. Oh, we're already at 70%. Nice. Bump, 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 bump. Too much distance in this field. Yeah, it takes a long time for them to get all the way out here from the auto drive point, that's for sure. We're at least remembering to hydrate this evening. So we've been working on trying to stay up with the daily videos on the channel here over the last few weeks. And so outside of the 4 days that I didn't have access to my channel, we've managed to keep up with that. And I've been pretty excited to see all the videos coming out, keeping up with the content, feeling kind of, I guess, re-energized on putting out FS22 content. Was in a bit of a rut there for a little while and was struggling to get out more than 3 or 4 videos a week. But we've been hitting 7 videos a week here for a few weeks now, which feels good. And in fact, actually, for those that don't know, I have a second YouTube channel, and I've been posting 3 videos a week over on the other YouTube channel as well. We've been doing some survival base building type games. I've been playing Icarus over on Kedrick Builds. So if you're into some other games besides Farming Simulator and you want to check that out, that'd be awesome. We're just getting that channel kind of going. Been posting videos over there for a few weeks now. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah, Trek, you gotta really drive to keep up with the combines on this field, that's for sure. I've seen people playing Ranch Simulator. I've not checked that game out myself. Both carts are full. Well, that's unfortunate because I'm already 40% full here. Ty, yes. So Farming USA 2, I've looked at but never played. I couldn't get over the graphics. They're kind of meh for me. And I'll definitely be playing American Farming when it comes out, since I'm one of the lead developers on that project. So you can bet that when that game releases, I'll be playing that on the channel here. That has been a lot of fun. I've been working on that game with Grant for 16 months now. I've been on the team as a developer there. And so what's the status on it? In progress. I guess the short version is I think I can say this without getting in trouble. We have added a number of additional brands to the game over the last several months. I don't know if we've announced who all of the brands are yet, but we do have a lot of brands coming to the game, which is exciting. I love that we're now able to get almost all of our equipment in with a real-life brands on it, which is something that I think is a lot of fun, especially for a mobile game. And it's been really exciting to get to work with all of these different ag brands and get their equipment represented on a mobile game. So I think once the game does finally come out, people are really going to like it. And I've had a lot of fun working on it, at least, so I can say that. Kedrick Mobile Farms. Yeah, it's funny, as I've actually been working on some other personal projects in what little free time I have, so I will be hopefully releasing my own game at some point under my own brand, but not quite there yet. That's a side project that might take a little bit, but not farming. Well, one of them might be farming related, but not in the same genre, not a simulation game. Should do an update video on the Squad Built channel. Yeah, Grant and I have been talking a little bit about what updates are going to look like moving forward. I know he wants to start getting some more updates out. We've done some teaser videos and stuff, but I would love to start putting out some more content videos and showing off some of the feature function that we've got in the game. We've been working on a lot of cool stuff, but at least for the time being, not stuff that I can talk about yet. So we've got 2 combines full. I'm going to go look at the map. I think both of our grain carts are currently dumping out over here. We've got 1 grain cart on his way back. And the other is over here. I'm trying to click around the different things. There we go. Is this an auto drive worker? It is. Okay. Let's hop in here and see if we can get this moving. First found me on the MN Farms. Glad you stuck. Love the videos. Awesome, dude. Yeah, it's funny is the Millennial Farmer map back in FS19 is really what made my channel take off. And it's funny for me because that was a point in time where I almost stopped doing YouTube videos right before I started playing on that map. And kind of stuck it out because I wanted to, at the time, get to the point where I was monetized. which was 1,000 subscribers. And then I realized after I got monetized that I had to actually make over $100 before YouTube would write me my first check. And I wanted to be able to say that I was a professional YouTuber and that I'd actually gotten paid to do YouTube. And so I stuck it out for one more month, and that was when the channel really took off. So it was kind of fun. And if it hadn't been for that map and that series, I probably wouldn't still be doing YouTube. So it always has a special place in my heart. That's why I'm kind of hoping that the Millennial Farms map comes back at some point. If not that exact map, another version of that created by somebody else would also be acceptable to me. Let's get running up here. You love the Millennial Farmer Let's Play? Always look forward to it. Yeah, it was just a fun map. And given that my grandfather was actually from that area, he went to school in Lowry. I think he's actually buried up in Starbuck. So I'm actually quite familiar with the area in general. Been up there quite a few times. So it's always easier for me to play and try and play semi-realistically and do things when it's an area of the world that I'm immediately familiar with. We're just going to wait for this to unload since we're down to only one driver at the moment. The combines are using up quite a bit of fuel. I think this one was full when we started tonight. So the fact that we've already used up like 20% or so of our fuel is quite interesting. Nubs was getting another truck going. Oh, that makes sense. All right, well, I'm all emptied out, so I can put the pipe back in for a moment. And we're getting close to being done here. I think rather than driving all the way over to that other side of the land, I'm just going to turn around on this one and see if we can finish this up. Get everything done here. I'm curious if we're making progress. I think there's a good chance we can finish field 12 tonight, which would be nice. It's a big field. Pity I can look at unload position tonight your time. I'll see if you can work it closer to the middle of the field. Yeah, that might be good, because right now with it on the one end, as you get closer and closer to the end here, it takes longer and longer for the grain cart drivers to come find you. Bob, I was wondering if you know how to put a farm name on your equipment. So I assume you mean like a sticker or something on the side of the tractor or the door of a truck or something. I did a video for that in FS19, and it should be the same in FS22. The editor tools are pretty much exactly the same. And so that process should be very similar. So if you look at my FS19 videos and just search for how to find how to add a logo to your truck, I'm pretty sure if you search for the word logo on my channel, you're going to find a video on how to do that. We've got a lot of sorghum in the hopper here. Gotta watch when we get down to the bottom here so I can put the pipe away. So I think this is Nubs. I don't even have my names turned on apparently, so I can't even see who's driving what. We should probably do that. Usually I leave that on, but every once in a while I turn it off. I think it's in here somewhere. That's why I'm looking at the easy dev tools. I feel like... Hang on, was it... Oh, that's the PDA. Maybe not. I thought there was a show player names option in this screen. I know it's somewhere else in the settings. Let me just check over here. Show player names. There we go. Turn the player names on for people. These X9s just have really big hoppers on top. So this is part of the mod. So it is a mod. This is Sid Modding's X9. And so if we come into the store here for a second and look at this, you can see that we have versus the factory foldable extension only has a 1600 liters here. We can go up to the Mauer XL, which has 1889. The tip up is 19, and then the XL is this 27.4. I don't know why it's not showing here. It's probably because this multiplayer server is cursed. But this Mauer XL is what we've got on ours, I believe, and that's 27,000 liters here, which is quite hefty, and it allows us to really do a lot of harvesting. I suppose this is crash counter worthy as we jump back over. At least we weren't in front of the telephone pole here. And so it is a third party, I guess, tank extension that you can add on. But it's not like we've modified the combines to do something extremely unreasonable. Outside of, we do have the mod on here that lets you drive a little bit faster, so all of our combines and stuff are set up to have a working speed that's 12 miles an hour instead of 6, and that's because this map is so humongous it would be crazy. Wesley, what's up? Welcome to the stream. I think my grain cart driver is trying to figure some settings out here. That's all right. We've got a little bit to go. Trying out different buttons here. Wesley, not much. Well, we're doing good. We're doing good. I'm excited to be back to streaming here after having a handful of different things that have kept me away for the last week and a half. Oh, I'm getting to 83%. He's got to catch up soon here, right? You got this, dude. He's coming. He's coming fast. 32 miles an hour. We got 4%. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we're full. Almost. He was almost here. Nice try. That's all right. We'll get a little bit unloaded here, and then we'll get started again. GPS is on. Hey, I didn't run over any crops that time. There's no evidence. Not like the last time where I went down half the field down while I was full. Wesley, we are playing on PC. This is a 16x map, and so not capable to bring this onto console. If I zoom all the way out here, you can see this the fields on this map and how big they are, and recognizing that this is a 16x map. So like this section up here, fields like 4 and 5 and a little bit of 7 are the same size as an entire normal map on console. And so this map is absolutely huge. We've been out here harvesting with 2 combines for a full hour now, and we were on this side of that tree line when we started, that group of trees right over there. And so we are a ways away from finishing this field, but oh my gosh, we are just smacking into everything. I can't talk and drive. We're a ways away from finishing this field though, so it's kind of cool to see how many crops you can get off of a single field when they're this big. If I hop out, actually, let me do that. Yeah, this field is 152 hectares. Does it give me acres here? I don't have the extended... Oh, it does. There we go. We're 380 acres. That's humongous. 380 acres for one field. So this is very much a... feels like a real farming kind of a map. Running over crops when harvesting happens to me on Farming USA 2. Yeah, that's common in mobile games. I don't pay that close of attention. I've been playing a little bit of Farm Sim 20 lately, just trying to get a feel for some of the other mobile farming games out there. And it's interesting is just how different playing on mobile is than playing on PC. What is a good starter PC? Oh, I'm probably the worst person to ask about that, since I'm running a pretty much the top end PC that you can get right now. Building PCs has been kind of one of my hobbies over the years, and so when I get a new PC, I usually go all out and get the best of the best components. So I just had to go through a rebuild here last December because I messed up my video card on the previous PC. I have a standing desk, and my cable got caught on the desk, and I lifted up my PC by an HDMI port. So the graphics card got trashed, and my old motherboard wouldn't support a new graphics card, and so we went all out and built a new one with a NVIDIA 4090 in it as kind of the centerpiece that I built my computer around. We're at 68% full here. I know Gary is completely full over there. I'm trying to look up, we've got this cool inspector mod that lets you see who else is driving something and how full they are. It looks like Trek is only 20% full, but he's over here unloading our other combine. Who's in the other combine? Nubs is in the other combine. So as soon as he gets done, he'll probably run back over here to unload me. It looks like we're cutting through the field up here. I'm going to see if I can get just up to 100% without running over the crops. Perfect. Hawkeye, if you're looking to build one, Paul's Hardware on YouTube is a good place to start. Nice. And let's see here. Oh, it doesn't look like anybody's in the other grain cart here. Oh, there's Gary. Need the stop full combine mod. Brian, that's an excellent point. That would be a great mod to get on, especially on the multiplayer server, where a lot of times you can just lag out a little bit if you're not paying attention and really do some damage. I mean, alternatively, we could turn off crop destruction, but I feel like if you do that, that drives the wrong behavior, and then people start doing crazy things and just driving through fields, and so I always like to leave crop destruction on. All right, let's see. Grain cart is on its way back. This field is so big. Hey, Aaron, how you doing? Appreciate the kind words. I have a ton of fun putting content together, that's for sure. Always makes me excited when people jump in and comment and let me know what they think. And we've got, it's not Nubs. Who's in the other cart here? Where's it at? Trek. Trek's running the cart. 39 miles an hour. the Roper, you can't find the map on Mod Hub. This is this map is not on the Mod Hub. You have to join the Discord server, and the link to all the mods are in the Discord server there. This is a PC server, and there are quite a few mods on the server, so I always recommend downloading the mods directly from the dedicated server. That's the best way to play for sure. And I'm pretty sure we're going to fill Trek up here with all of the sorghum we've got in the hopper. I don't think he's going to make it out of this without getting full, but I could be wrong. He's at 73% and I'm at 56%, so he's getting there right quick. Although we're going to turn around here and finish unloading on the go, try to keep moving. And no, Roper, this is not an all-platform server. The Australian map is a 16x, so it runs only on PC. However, when Edgewater comes out, I will be setting up a cross-play server for that map. And we've also been talking with, I think Argsy was mentioning, doing a competition for that server as well. I know him and FSG have been talking about it, so we might try and get in on that and see what we can do to, I don't know, I just like the idea of having a little bit of competitive nature between the communities, between the servers. And so we'll be running a cross-play Edgewater map when it comes out, because that map's a lot of fun, and it's the kind of map that things like course play don't work very well on a lot of the fields on the map because they're so curvy and stuff, which I think will make it a really fun map to play with multiplayer and have different people driving around doing things and not relying on as much automation. So I can't wait. We will 100% be standing up a community server that's crossplay enabled on that map when it comes out. Oh, I shouldn't say the community server. We'll be having a server on that. It might end up being a members server. It might end up being a community server. We just have to see where things are at when the time comes. I've only got, I think, 4 server slots available right now that I'm running with G-Portal. I am a G-Portal partner, so if you're looking for a good dedicated server, there's a link in the description that you can use to set up your own server with G-Portal. And then I guess as long as I'm getting my partnerships out of the way, I'm also a Giants partner. So if you've seen, they just announced this week a new DLC. It's an, I forget, an Austrian brand, but they've got some new bailing mechanics and some stuff coming out. And you can go ahead and download that if you use the Kedrick Farms code. It actually helps me out mostly by getting me into a better partner levels with Giants. So every little bit helps. Oh, there's the save triggering here real quick. Momentary alert on the server. And Ty, you mentioned something about being on a real farm before. I did used to farm when I was a teenager in southern Minnesota. I worked on about an 850 acre farm. We were at that time just doing arable farming, so corn and beans. But I used to then, a little bit after that, I worked on a hog farm for about a year. And I worked with a buddy of mine. I'd go over and help with a dairy that he worked on. So did a little bit of baling, did a little bit of milking and stuff like that with them. But I don't live on a farm anymore. I live in southeastern Michigan, the Metro Detroit area, and out in the suburbs, so close to the fields, but not quite on a farm. Wesley, how did I start on YouTube? Honestly, it was just kind of a hobby. I wanted to learn about video editing and kind of decided to pick it up a few years back, and hadn't ever heard of Farming Simulator before, and saw it came out and thought that it'd be a great game to start doing videos, and jumped into it and have been playing ever since. So I was playing Farming Simulator 17 when I started making videos, and so it was just a little bit before 19 came out. Do I have a tractor? I actually do have a John Deere 1025R, a little subcompact utility tractor. It's got a mowing deck and a little front loader on it. So it's not exactly what I would call a real tractor, but it's close enough that it gives me a little bit of fun. I use the front loader mostly for pushing snow at this point. When we first moved into the house, I did a lot of landscaping with it, but it's been a nice little compact utility tractor. And then while we wait for the cart to come back here, I'm going to alt tab for 1 second here and mention the other channel here. See if I can figure out how this works. That is not the window I wanted. Apologies. Let's see here. This one? There we go. So for those that don't know, in my limited free time, I'm also posting 3 videos a day here over on the Kedrick Builds channel. So if you're into survival type games, I played a little bit of Satisfactory about a year ago, but we've been playing Icarus lately, which has been a lot of fun. There it is. Nubs on the spot with the unload. Just in time. Brian, you said you live in Metro Detroit area. You're about 40 northeast of Detroit by New Baltimore. Oh, nice. Question, you currently have several fields with an intercrop. Do I need to cultivate to get the yields from it, or can you just direct sow with another crop and get the benefits? So as long as the, for the most part, you can just always direct sow back into a field and it should be fine. The only time that you need to worry about it is when it has the needs plowing status, which is typically when you've got a root crop of some kind in it, or which also includes things like corn. And so I forget which specific crops cover that, but if you look at your map, it'll always tell you. So when you go to harvest, if it has a needs plowing where it's red, that's the only time that you need to hit that with any kind of cultivation. If you're other than that, the only time you want to run a cultivator through is it helps to knock down weeds and things like that. But that you'd have to look at the Farm Sim tutorial pages on their main website for how all the weeds and stuff work. Live in country, how you doing? Yeah, I don't know if I would call myself the expert, Eric, but I've been playing for a while now, and especially with precision farming, I'm starting to feel pretty confident with that mod again. With some of the way the rocks and the weeds work in FS22, honestly, I don't pay that much attention. I think I've gotten to a point where I usually turn rocks off because I don't like how they're implemented in FS22. And for weeds, I just find that if I use the spot spraying herbicide, that's usually the best approach to handling them. Chugga, I don't know if we can help out. Every time you try to cut silage with something that isn't corn, sunflowers, with a forage harvester, your game crashes. It's doing it on UMRV now too. It happened on Nebraska from DJ Modding 2. Huh. I have not seen that. I've obviously been doing a ton of forage harvesting, but I've been very focused on corn so far. I haven't tried to chop anything other than corn. Suzette, there's a 1025R coming out for FS22. Yeah, I saw that. I was kind of tempted to pick it up when it comes out. Not that it has a lot of use in Farm Sim, but it would be interesting. And Ty, yeah, you can chop a lot of crops, not just corn. In fact, I think you can chop, if I come into forage harvesters, oh, no, not that one, forage harvester headers, you can chop corn, wheat, barley, oats, canola, sunflower, sorghum, and sunflowers. Now, the thing I will say about UMRV is they've got some custom textures and things. It's got a custom straw pattern for corn and soybeans, but nothing that I can think of that would affect chopping. In fact, on UMRV, I've got 2 fields of sunflowers I'm actually tempted to chop, but I'm not sure. We'll see. We might just use them as a cash crop. We might need some money, but yeah, Blake, turning our rocks off is the first thing I do in a new game too. Yeah, I don't think anybody is cultivating here on the Australian 16X map on the multiplayer server as well. I think we're just drilling right into this stuff and calling it a day for sure. I see we've got 2 grain carts out here. Hopefully we're catching up soon because I am all filled up here. I see Trek is in one of them and the other one is empty right now. Did we lose somebody on the server here? Ah, we did. We're down to 3. All right, well that means it's time to do the... I should have just clicked over to it instead of tabbing around the entire map. It's time to jump over here and unload ourselves. A little bit of change of pace. Your aunt and uncle have a big feedlot and you run a pickup head on oats. Guess I never knew that you could chop with crops, other crops with a corn head. So I think you only usually chop corn, maybe sunflowers with the corn head style. But there's this style forage harvester that will chop down just about anything, right? It's just a bunch of blades that are going to chew it up. And so that'll work on most crops. But there's also forage harvesters that are more like a traditional corn head that are sucking all of the crop in, you know, the whole plant into it. But they look a lot more like a traditional corn head. And is Trek full here? Trek is in the Fent. He is, yep. Good deal. Well, this is almost going to fill up this grain cart too, so we'll see how it goes. I don't think it's quite going to fill it up, though. And Xander, yes, we are playing on a PC-only map here. Eric, I can't imagine trying to play this map single player. Even with course play, this map is huge. I thought about it for all of about 30 seconds and I went, nope, this is going to be a multiplayer server. I couldn't possibly do this map in a single player setting. I mean, we've been going for, well, I've been on here since an hour before the live stream and we're at 10:30, so, you know, 2.5 hours and we're still working on this one field with 2 combines going. All right, well, let's get going here. Bob Joy, what Apex PC would I recommend for Farm Sim? That's a great question. I'm honestly not overly familiar with what the Apex PCs have to offer. I know Farm Sim Guy, The Squad, Austin Farmer, a few other guys are partnered with Apex PCs now. And so I would probably just recommend chatting up with one of those guys to see if they have any recommendations. They might come with like a pre-made kit that they recommend for Farm Sim. I'm not sure. Wesley, how did you set up for FS20 at first? So FS20, I sold off one of the 2 tractors. I kept the case. And the very first thing I did was buy the big Amazon seeder because even though it's a little bit more horsepower, you can pull it with your case tractor. And that sped things up drastically if you can just knock out all your seeding and fert in a single pass with that drill and just do cash crops. The roper wants to see how much is left in this field. Sure thing. If we jump in here, you can see when we started the stream, we were right in this area here, east of this island. And now we've got all of this. I'm sorry, I thought I was driving over the crops. So we'll probably finish this up in the next half hour, maybe. But man, we've covered a lot of field, but we got a lot to go. And yeah, Ty, what I do is I just alternate between soybeans and canola so that I can put them in the bins and catch the sales. Because when you sell in Farm Sim, but especially Farm Sim 20, the price drops really drastically after that first day, or after the first hour. So you sell as many as you can, and then you switch and do the other crop the next time. So that's my strategy to FS20, is to just sit there and alternate canola and soybeans. Turn. Oops. I always forget these things go a bit faster on this server, so it takes a little bit longer to turn when you're going 12 miles an hour. And we're getting full here. Don't want to overdo it. There we are. Looks like that other grain cart got filled up here. Let me tab around because I don't know. Here, actually, let me get rid of these. Do I have the tabbing? Oh, I don't have the tab mod on here. I can't turn those off. All right, we'll jump out. Here we go. Oh, I got turned around. All right, we're going this way. Let's see if we can adjust some things here a little bit. Oh, this is one that the mirrors are all weird on again. I don't know why it's doing that. My Farm Sim has been acting up lately, and the mirrors have been getting all really flickery the last week or so. Road Warrior, how you doing, man? Always good to see you. Welcome back to the stream. Yesterday you harvested field 3 and 4. Now there are almost 11 million liters of wheat ready to be sold. There you go. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. So we've been harvesting for a while tonight. How much are we up to in the silo for sorghum? We're at 4.8 million liters. This doesn't seem that high, although it looks like almost everything else is full up. So we've got a full semi, we've got 2 full combines. I guess the trucks aren't full. We've got a truck that just came in that's loading up. We've got big trailers on our trucks. Oh, one of the trucks is full. And that's driving back up to the farm. So it's going to take 2 minutes and 27 seconds for it to drive up to the farm. Nice. That's the other fun part about a server like this and a map like this really is it takes a minute for the truck to drive all the way back to the farm. You can just see the farm in the very far distance there. And so it takes a couple minutes to drive over there at road speed. Oh, and I'm driving at 12 miles an hour. What am I doing? Talking to chat, looking at the sights, had the cruise control on. Yeah, or Bob Joy, I would love at some point if we could get like a more realistic field plane where, you know, as you stop and do different things, the corn shifts inside the thing, maybe even comes out. Road Warrior, appreciate the 5 gifted memberships. Awesome, sir. Welcome to the new members. Some good members here too, some regular faces. Tech is now a member. Brian P, Alec, VW Toy Farmer, and Mr. Simulation. You know, I don't think I've updated my overlays since they added gifting memberships, so I need to get an overlay for that when it happens. I feel like that is something worthy enough to put up on the screen. The Fent sounds like it shares you. We got Gen 6 Fent 1042, and it pulls with 496 bushels. Yeah, this thing does pull when it gets full for sure. Whoa! It also pushes the tractor around if you spin around. Now, I think we're supposed to have a front weight on this somewhere. I don't know where that went. Let's see if I can unload Nubs here. Get him going. It's been a second since I ran the unloader. Hey, Bub, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Kalinsky, how you doing? Oh, Trek's back as well. Nice. We're catching up here. I'll get out of the way here. Oh, or I'll just get in the way. That's fine too. Make the next base game map UMRV4X. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. It sounds like they're working on putting 4X maps in. Oh, doing a 4X maps for console at some point. I know. What's his name? Michigan Farms and Mapping is what he's going by now. Was working on that. All right, let me get up here. I think I've got speed sync on. There we go. So I can't wait to see some 4X maps make their way to console eventually here. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Ryan Lunt, how you doing, man? We are getting it harvested over here. We've been going to town on this field tonight. We've made a lot of progress. I'm kind of hoping we're going to finish it tonight. It'd be nice to knock out a field. Run the little N7 gleaners in this field. Yeah, we'd be here for a week, I think, trying to do that. Yeah, the new farm sim is... I'm curious when that'll come out. I don't know. But, yeah, I can't imagine them continuing to support the older gen consoles still. I'm going to put this thing right here, and it will jump back into a combine, I guess. Oh, I left it running. Stone Valley 22 is a 4X or 2X map. Well... I don't think, well, I'm one of those people, I don't think 2X exists, so I think it's a 4X map, if I'm not mistaken. There might be a standard size map version of it. The next mobile FS game is, I don't know, I think the next mobile game is going to come out this year. I don't know for sure. I've seen that Giants has been hiring mobile devs, and I'm guessing that they're working on it, but we'll see, we'll see. I would love to see something similar to a GPS for console players as well, Hawkeye. I 100% agree. I don't mind not having course play and auto drive, but living without GPS would be tough, would be really tough. Jeffrey, thanks for hanging out tonight. Have a good one, sir. Trio mobile farm sim is a little boring sometimes. I don't know. I'm hoping we can make it less boring when American Farming comes out. We'll see how it goes. I've got hopes. We're adding some stuff that that doesn't even exist in farm sim on the PC, so we'll see. We've got some tricks up our sleeves. I like it. I actually played a lot of Farm Sim 20, but I'm older and I've got kids, and so until you've been sitting in a high school parking lot waiting for your kid to get done with a sporting event, or you're waiting to pick up your kindergartner in the school line for 20 minutes, it's you find those moments where you can play a game for 5 to 15 minutes. And that's where things like farming games on your phone come in handy. I play a lot more mobile games than actual PC games outside of, creating videos for YouTube. And so I find that mobile gaming is actually picked up more and more for me over the last few years as I'm stuck waiting on kids all the time. Razek, I would drive a grain cart for you fellows, but I'm having difficulty with a few mods not being detected by the game as updated to their latest versions. Yeah, so when you're playing on the dedicated server, you've always got to use the mods on the server. For different reasons, we may have modified them, or they may be older versions of those mods that we're running on the server because we haven't gotten a chance to update them. So you always got to download the versions right from the server itself. So Ty, what multiplayer games do I play on mobile? So I would say the only multiplayer mobile game I'm playing right now is probably Eve Echoes. If you don't know this about me, I was a huge into Eve back in the day, Eve Online on the PC, and so I've been playing Eve Echoes since it came out. And so that's been a lot of fun. That's my, I guess, kind of secret multiplayer game that I play a ton of. No, I shouldn't say a ton of, but I do play. I log in almost every day. I love the economy model, the fact that most of the stuff in the game is built by players, and there's the whole player-driven market and all that stuff. It's a lot of fun. Fish and Farming, what's the game name if it's a public server? So it's a password-protected public server. In that you have to join the Discord server, and all of the information for joining the server, the password, the mod list, all of that stuff is in the Discord server for the Kenrick Farms channel here. Wesley, what kind of games do I like to play? So when I'm not playing Farming Simulator for YouTube, I tend towards really two big genres. Either the base building survival type games, so Satisfactory, Subnautica. I'm playing Icarus right now over on the Kenrick Builds channel. Those kind of games, or I like to play role-playing games, and so I was huge into games like Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter's Night, a lot of those kind of games on the PC. So I'll definitely like those types of games as well. Man, I wish I had my tabbing mod on here so I could take all of these out of the tab rotation. I'm looking for the other grain cart. There it is. As soon as Nubs is done unloading here, we're going to go unload our tractor or our combine. Farmer Boy, you think that Giants is going to add bushels as a DLC this year? Interesting. I don't know about that. I would love to see them add it, but they've had so many opportunities to do that in the past and have never bothered, so I don't know why that would come as a DLC. I think if anything, that would just be part of the base game at some point. I was actually kind of surprised they didn't add it in the Farm Sim 22 here. I mean, we've got acres and miles per hour and all this other stuff. I'd love to see them add the other units of measure at some point. Oh, looks like Trek is here to take back over. I stole his grain cart. Is there going to be something similar to seasons in American farming? At this point, I don't know if we've confirmed if there's going to be seasons or not. It's something that we've talked about putting in at some point here, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm just going to finish unloading here as long as I've got a grain cart sitting next to me. Tyler, how you doing? You're getting pounded with snow in North Illinois. Have 6 to 7 inches. Wow. Yeah, we're not seeing that yet, although it was supposed to start snowing tonight, and I've been down in the basement for the last 4 hours now, so I don't actually know how much snow we're getting. We were getting some freezing rain earlier, and it was supposed to snow this evening, so I could very well get done with the live stream and find out that we've gotten buried. Wesley, you watch Squad on YouTube? Nice. I'll admit, I don't actually watch his channel that much, which is kind of weird to say, given that I work with him on a daily basis. Grant's a pretty cool guy most of the time. He's actually down at the Farm Machinery Show in Louisville this week. I was going to go down there, but my kid got sick, and we were just so busy this week with different things that I didn't make it down. So I'm here streaming with you guys instead. But it looks like he's been having a blast down there at the Farm Machinery Show in, I think it's Louisville, Kentucky this week. Eli, you played the demo of American Farmings we had set up at the Farm Progress Show in Iowa this year. Looking forward to playing it. Yeah, that was cool. I'm actually really glad we got the opportunity to do a live demo with people at the Farm Progress Show. We had over 100 people in the tent before lunch that first day. So that was crazy with so many people coming through the tent. And for me, as a developer, it was a lot of fun to get really good feedback from people on things, especially the user experience. And as frustrating as it may be to hear this, it was one of the things that caused us to push back the release of the game a bit, is getting all of that great feedback from people. We came to quickly realize that we need to take a step back and try to polish a few things up, make a few changes to really enhance the gameplay. And so we've been doing that over the last several months here. And I know everybody just wants to hear about the release date, which I don't have available for you tonight, but I can say that we're getting closer to having a new release date, at least. Doesn't mean that we're necessarily close to said date, but we'll see. Farmer Klein posted a day one video this morning from the farm show in Kentucky. Nice. Wish you could have attended. Got strict parents in school. Yeah, it was crazy how many kids were there, and in fact how many schools actually had planned outings to the Farm Progress Show. So we actually got entire classes full of kids come through at certain times. A lot of the what's the farm club, the Future Farmers of America, FFA kids were coming through a lot, which was pretty cool. John Deere is from Australia. Welcome to the stream. Fish and Farmin', the community server, is in the community multiplayer category. There's all the information is pinned in the chat. Tyler, no, Grant doesn't have a booth at the Farm Machinery Show. He's out there as a normal person, I'll say. He's just out talking to brands and seeing what there is to see. So I'm pretty sure if you hang around, probably like at the Unverfirth booth, I know like a lot of the big YouTubers are going to be over there over the next couple of days. Pretty sure you'll see them walking around talking to people. Will How Farms Works be at the show? I'm actually not sure, David. Wesley, I do not work at Giants. I work with Grant Hilbert over on what's the name of our company? Squad Built Inc. is the name of the company. We have that kind of thing with show cattle. A lot of questions to let them pet the cows. Yeah, Keith, we're on the community multiplayer server, and we are going 12 miles an hour, which I'm not a huge fan of, with the exception of, there's two reasons for that. The biggest one is this is a competition server, so we are competing with the same server. ArgZ Gaming is running a Western Australia server, And so our community is competing with his community to see who can fill up all of the bins, or fill up the bins, the silo system on the map with each crop type that it supports. And it is humongous. And these fields are absolutely ginormous. We started over there where you see these trees, and we've been harvesting for over 3 hours now and only made it this far. And so we've got, this is the only cheating mod that we have on the server, which it lets us go twice the speed. So not quite super speed, but we are going fast. And so that's the real reason for it, is just we'd never finish this field if we weren't going a little bit faster. But I wasn't going to put it on the server, and then we found out that ArgZ Gaming's server guys had put this on their server, and everybody in the community started yelling at me like, we'll never catch up, they can drive twice as fast as us. So I caved. But we're having a hard time keeping up with the combines when they drive this fast. We're short a few people on the server tonight. We need, we could use a couple more bodies, that's for sure. Is this, oh, the mother bin's actually empty too. It was pretty full when we started off here, so we've caught up with the mother bin. I'm looking for the other cart. Somebody else is driving the other cart, so I guess I could have just looked up here on the inspector. We've got 2 carts right now running. The question is where are they? We're at 5 million now in sorghum, so we've definitely made some progress there. Oh, we're coming back. Our refill point is all the way over here on the far end of the field, so we're going slower and slower as the night goes on. Wesley, yes. So I am one of the lead developers working on the American Farming application for mobile. It is a mobile farming simulator game. Dub's combine is empty. Nice. We have a 3rd cart at the sheds. We should bring that out here just to park it. Yeah, fish and farming. So the servers are weird on Giant, on the for Giants for some reason. We have problems all the time where the server's there and some people can connect to it and other people can't. So unfortunately, I don't know what to tell you other than to exit out and try again, and it might show up for you. Just exit back out to the main menu of Farm Sim and then jump back in, and half of the time it'll just pop up in your list. Milo is grain, sorghum cane is forage sorghum. Yeah, I'm not overly familiar with it. It's a crop they grow around here, but I've never actually harvested sorghum. We have a rental John Deere C18R header that works real well. Nice. So, I'm sorry, somebody asked what combine this is. This is a X9 that we're using out here. We've switched combines, so we're going to keep this thing moving. We're coming up, so normally I stream from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., but we're going to stick it out. I want to finish this field tonight, so I don't know how long that's going to take us, but we're going to give it a shot. Wesley, is American Farming better than FS20? Well, I think so, but I might be biased given that I've spent almost a year and a half working on it. But I'd like to think so. I feel like we have better graphics and a lot more gameplay mechanics. But at the same time, it is a mobile game, so mobile games, we don't have all of the same capabilities that we do here on the PC, so there's always some trade-offs to be had. the other combine is moving now too. Looks like Nubs jumped back in there, so we just swapped sides. I'm probably going to get full before we get to the end here, so I'll probably have to jump back over to the grain cart in a minute. It's been fun trying to keep up with everything here tonight. Oh, Trek's coming for me. I'm at 84%. He's hauling ass, but I'm not sure he's going to make it over here. I gotta keep an eye on my percentage here. I check chat and look away for a minute, and we're gonna be driving over crops again. How will we choose starter farm? Do we buy it or pick it on a menu? Good question. So we will have a couple. Well, see, this is what happens. You asked me a question, and I drove over the crops. There will be a choice of starter farms in American farming, so there's more than one option, which is something that I feel like sets us apart from, at least from Farm Sim 20, where you pretty much just have the one farm on the map. So we will have different starter farms available. Alright, let's do this. Oh, he's got to catch up. He's got to catch up. We're filling up fast. There we go. Tyler, you guys are running 30-inch, bigger tires on your equipment, less compaction. Yeah, we always did 30-inch in southern Minnesota for our row crops. Wesley, it will not be multiplayer at launch. I think we have confirmed that. Grant can yell at me later. I technically I'm under an NDA, so I can only talk about certain things that are public knowledge. But I'm pretty sure we have confirmed that there will not be multiplayer at launch for American farming. And if not, I'm confirming it here. Oh, Tyler, you guys do no-till. Nice. We did, what was it called, ridge-till, when I was farming in southern Minnesota. So no real tillage, and not really quite the same as no-till either. Ty, you're torn between starter farm cattle or hogs. Oh, that's right. We did announce the starter farms. We did a Instagram post showing off the different starter farms. See, shows how much I pay attention to social media sometimes. Yeah, so we've got a cattle starting farm and a hog starting farm, which there's some pros and cons to the both of them, and that's what we're still in the game balance phase of things. So a lot of tweaking going on, making sure that field sizes match up and profitability of the different game mechanics are there. We started with a 100% like realistic economy model. Like I actually pulled real world data for input costs and grain costs and all this stuff, and now we're massaging that to make it a playable game, make it actually fun. You know, I tried not to pick a year to pull data from where all the farmers lost money, you know, that kind of stuff. You know, we want the game to be fun. What is my favorite John Deere tractor? I'd have to go with the 8RX. Tyler, yeah, your only tillage is strip tilling for anhydrous. Yep, that was pretty much the only thing that we used to do too. We used to apply anhydrous, and we'd knife that in as well, obviously. We should add a 1460 case or something for the 80s series and progress throughout the years. We do have a lot of different equipment from different eras that we've put into the game. That's something that I really like about American farming, is that unlike a lot of games, like in the base game, you're going to have a lot of different options for equipment from different years, which is going to be really cool. And that's why I can't wait to announce some of our new brands. All right, let's see here. I left poor Nubs over there to finish that stretch that I gave up on when I came over here and stole his combine. That's all right. We're gonna get it done. Poor Trek is just booking it. Although, Trek, you could probably hit the button to start off auto drive for the unload as soon as one gets full. So you don't have to drive it back to the semi. Closer to the unloader, that's also true, Nubs. But yeah, Trek, you should just, as soon as you get full with the grain cart, hit the power button on auto drive, and it should take it right back up to the semi and unload for you. %. Bump, 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 bump. Yeah, we're not gonna make it. Oh man, look at him speed running across the map there, just a blur. It's like Flash. Wesley wants to see more tracked tractors in the game. Well, we've got quite a few. Grant's a big fan of the larger tractors too, so we've got a few different big tracked tractors in the game. All right. Oh, he's coming down here to empty me first. Nice. We've got the VIP status over here. Tyler, thanks for hanging out. You guys got a long drive to Louisville for the farm show. Well, I'm jealous. I wish I was going to be down there, but you guys have some fun down there. It should be a good time. Should throw in some 9300 case Steigers in American Farming. We've got, what is the older one? We've got one of the older Steigers in there. I don't remember the exact model number on it, though, but we've got one of the older ones in there. Should have unloaded a little bit more before starting this off. I always get ahead of myself. 98, 99. All right, we got it. Right down to the wire. Wait, I'm looking up here. I'm trying to see if auto drive managed to actually empty that other grain cart or not. Oh, no. Looks like Nubs is driving it. Oops, I pushed the button and my combine stopped. Trek, steer right, steer right. Do you guys have J&M things in American Farming, or was it Underfirth? We've got Underfirth as a licensed brand. I can confirm that. Yeah, Scott, we've got, that's what we were just talking about. We've got 2 grain carts going right now. We just put one of them on auto drive, and we need to get the third one out here, but it's got lime sitting in it, so we can't really use it right now. What are we going to do here? Let's see if I can cut in front of Trek here. Oops, there's a tree. And turn right back into our row here. Oh, didn't quite drop the header down fast enough. There we go. But hopefully at least getting the second cart on auto drive, it'll come back out here when it's done. I think we've got the fill call on the combine set to 50%. I could actually turn this all the way down. We'll turn it down to 20%. That way he'll start driving back out here. It's better than just not driving at all. Ty, I should post mobile farming to my channel. So I did a Farm Sim 20 video way back in the day when it first came out, I think, maybe. And it got like no views at all. And so I was like, well, I ain't doing videos on this. But I might try that out again. I'll be playing American Farming when it comes out, but I might try to do some FS20 videos again. I've been playing on my phone. I want to unlock like all the map and all the achievements and stuff, but I haven't been playing that much. But maybe when I'm sitting around with in the car, I'll start doing like short videos and just, you know, like 5, 10, 15-minute videos here and there when I do play. See if I can figure out how to do a video on it. I've never recorded anything on my phone before, so I'll have to figure that out. I know Google has a way to do it, like Google Play has a way to do it built right in, but I think it works a little bit wonky. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't like that I'm stuck with all this like EU style equipment on it, but you know, it is what it is. You've had 100 hours on a save in FS20 and never broke $5 million. Wow, that sounds rough. Oh, but you built all the fields. You got all the fields and big equipment. Well, yeah, you got to spend money to make money, I suppose, on a game like that. I think on my save I've got a 790 and but I'm still like a 790, a semi, and I'm still using the little tiny case to pull my Amazon, like the big cedar. It's like, why upgrade if you don't need to? I started to try to do cows, but I got bales and then I tried to dump the bales into the barn and they exploded. And now I have loose bales like everywhere. They're on top of the shed, they're in the pen, and there's no way to get them back. And so you have all the problems that you have in like PC-based farm sim where, you know, lots of loose bales are really bad for performance, but I've got an entire trailer full of bales that just exploded and went everywhere, and I have no way to actually ever pick them back up again. So very annoying. You had a 9RX and it was worth 50,000 after 130 some days. Yeah, it's one of those like just never plan on selling your equipment back in farm sim. So, because I don't think there's like, I can't remember. There's not really maintenance costs or anything, is there? It just depreciates, so it's not worth anything. Sea holder. At this point, I have not heard that we have gotten John Deere in American farming. I'm pretty sure as soon as we get, if we ever do get that license, as soon as we get it, there would be an announcement for sure, because I know a lot of people are excited about that as a possibility. But at this point in time, at least, there is no official licensing with John Deere. I liked FS16. I'm trying to remember. FS16 was okay. Was it FS18? Was pretty good as well. And auto drive's a little bit wishy-washy here, so I'm going to jump in. We're going to go ahead and unload nubs since we're here. And then we'll drive over and see if I can unload some of my guy. Uh-oh. Nubs, I don't think you're on GPS. There's a row of shame back there. The shame. FS18 was fine, but the map was a desert map, which was weird. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know why this tractor is deciding to go so wonkily. Come on. There we go. Why am I going 20 miles an hour? I have a cruise control set at 12. This tractor and I don't get along. You gonna do it this time? All right, now you're gonna do it. My goodness. You play some Farming USA 2 on your channel. Some people just like it. No, it's funny is, so, you know, because we're building American Farming, I spend a lot of time looking at all the other mobile farming games that are out there. And there's a pretty strong following for Farming USA too. I could never get past the graphics. I just thought they were too basic. I mean, I know it's a mobile game, but I didn't like the basic graphics and that the equipment wasn't actually branded. And so I just kind of never actually played it. So I can't actually say if it was a good game or not. But I think that in a lot of ways, you know, it did a lot of things that the Farm Sim 20 didn't do, which is, you know, it had a lot more realistic components and stuff to it. I'll definitely check you out, dude, for sure. I would love to see a little bit more about it. All right, we are running past my normal 11 p.m. cutoff time, but like I said, we're going to keep going tonight. I want to finish this field. We've got maybe 3 passes left there, a couple more passes over there, and it looks like I've got somebody's coming to unload me. Is that truck coming? I'm almost full, so I'm going to grab what I can out of the combine here, and then Trek can finish unloading it, because I don't think it's all going to fit in here. How do you turn on comments? So Ty, when you make videos on YouTube, comments are disabled if you specify that the video is for kids. And so you can't target a young audience if you want to have comments on your videos. And monetization is really weird as well for that. So like me, you know, I've always targeted an older audience personally. But if you want your videos to be available like on tablets and stuff for kids, then that's the trade-off. So you open up to having more audience potentially, but you lose out on some of the engagement features. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let auto drive take that guy back up to the truck. I don't have my speed run key set up on the server here, so I'm just gonna hoof it back here the slow way. There we go. I see auto drive gave up on trying to pretend it wasn't going to drive through the field there. It just cut right through those crops. Very nice. I think Trek's about to do the same thing. We're looking away. Stranded, Kansan, how's it going, man? We are running, we're going to run a little long tonight. I missed a couple live streams, and we are maybe one round over here and one round over there, away from being done on this field. And SK is a member, but not a moderator, because all of my channel settings got blown away. So there we go. SK is now a moderator as well. Yeah, I'm having to reset up every aspect of my channels, which has been a pain over the last few days. So as we continue to do live streams and stuff, I'll have to keep seeing familiar faces and putting them back on the mod list. Carson Wins American Farming coming out. I wish I knew, but I do not have a date for you, sir. We are working on trying to put a date together right now, actually. We've been talking about it a lot, but we're still a little ways away from that. I can tell you it's not going to be this month. It was funny as somebody somewhere on social media was convinced that it was going to come out this month, and so I've seen like a whole bunch of videos where it's like confirmed American Farming coming out in February. I'm like, oh, that's news to me, and I'm one of the devs on the project, so I'll wait and see. I guess I'll be quite surprised if it manages to come out this month. I can just see Stranded Kansan standing there with his sword over his head. I have the power. For those of you not as old as I am, that's a He-Man reference. Appreciate it, Carson. Yeah, I outside of going 12 miles an hour on the multiplayer server here, I do try to play realistically whenever possible. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're about to collide. Those weird videos with some guy in India talking about American farming, thinking as info that he hasn't already released or so bad. So, yeah, I don't know. I find them kind of amusing. I do watch quite a few of the American farming videos. We have a huge following in Brazil, of all places. And so there's a ton of people in Brazil and channels and stuff that have been commenting. And it's been really fun to just see the excitement from different parts of the world, for sure. And so it's fun though. Like, people get excited and they're trying to put content out, and honestly, we haven't given them a lot to work with so far. So as a team, I know we watch a lot of the videos that people are putting out on American farming, and it's funny for me, as somebody who gets, I don't know, thousands of views on a video when I put one out every day. I'm sitting here watching a video some kid put out that's got 12 views on it going, all right, like, I'm writing this kid's name down. He's getting an early access copy when we're ready to do the previews, a few days before launch for content creators. I'm like, this kid's getting a copy. He did a great video, right? So, it's stuff like that where, it's fun being on the developer side of the equation for once, when it comes to the video, not just the video game and the software development side, but seeing the community reception and the content creators that are out there putting content out and stuff. So as a content creator, I can appreciate how hard it is sometimes to come up with a video when there's so little information on there. So as far as American farming coming out, I figure it will come out when we're ready. Rather see you guys have it set the way you want. Yeah, so that's kind of been our philosophy is, we had a playable demo at the Farm Progress Show. I mean, we had, hundreds, if not thousands of kids come through over the course of several days there. And I say kids, but, there were quite a few adults in there too. But we had a lot of people coming through and playing the game. And people are like, well, I played it already. Like, why can't you release it? And it's like, well, we got a lot of feedback. There's a lot of stuff left to do. And, we'd rather release a quality game, a good product, and not just try to get it out the door because we wanted to hit a date. So we'll get it out. It's definitely coming out this year. I'm pretty sure, because otherwise Grant will start locking us in our homes. So we're getting closer, I'll say. I'm feeling confident. We've been really knocking things off the list the last few weeks here. So I'm on my last pass over here, and there's like one round left over there, I think. I'm not going to make it to the end row. Will there be better corn and soybean textures than the ones in FS22? Well, remember, FS22 is a PC game, and American Farming is a mobile game, so it's going to be pretty hard to compete with from a graphics quality perspective with a PC game. All right, let's grab this tractor and run over here. We gotta get there. Will there be old fertilizer spreaders and sprayers? So I will say I can't answer to like specific pieces of equipment, but we do have a lot of older equipment in the game. And so, my general thought is, that we're going to have some level of progression from starting with smaller and older style equipment up through more modern and bigger equipment in the game. So there should be a little bit of something in there for everybody. Let's see. I need to get around this crap. I'm not going to drive through it like other people who will be unnamed. Calling you out. Ty, a lot of people were pissed that Trek. A lot of people were pissed that AF didn't release in 2022. Yeah, I think as a team we probably jumped the gun a little bit there on the release date. We weren't planning on announcing a release date originally, and then we saw how excited everybody was at the Farm Progress show, and so we started talking about trying to get it out by the end of the year, and then just had a lot of things come up that we decided to push it back. Oh, I turned it off. Why do I always do this? Stop turning off the combine. I guess I should wait till I empty before I start moving though. Do. Still remember back when the Farm Progress show was here in Indiana. Well, doesn't it alternate every other year? So it's in, or no, it's not in Indiana. It's in Iowa, and then it goes to, is it South Dakota? I don't remember where it is when it's not in the Iowa location. I've only been to it twice in my life, and once was when it was in Iowa when I was like a teenager, so that was a long time ago. Is it in Illinois? Yeah, okay. I couldn't remember where it is on the off years, I'll call them. Alright, it looks like Nubs is almost to the end down there, so I'm guessing he's going to turn around and start heading back up. So once I get to my end row here, I'm probably going to empty and go run that grain cart back up to the trucks here. Here we go. Put the pipe out here. See if I can grab this the easy way. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Whistling Diesel was at, oh no, it wasn't Whistling Diesel. Who was it that I met at the Farm Progress show this year? Oh, Junkyard Diggs was there. He was a cool dude. He had a really neat, tricked out four-wheel drive vehicle, I'll call it. I don't know what else to call it, but it was cool. It's always fun to meet some of these more bigger name celebrity type people. Got to hang out with the Welkers, Laura Farms, Brian's farming videos, a bunch of people when I was at the Farm Progress show. Yeah, Huck, I actually spent 2 days hanging out with the Welkers. They came over to our tent, and they were there for the better part of one of the days we were at the Farm Progress show, so that was really awesome. They're, what's the right way to say it? They're even nicer in person than they seem in their videos, where a lot of times you meet these people, you know, that are YouTubers in real life, and it's like, you know, I don't know, they seemed a little different in real life, but the Welkers were pretty much exactly like you would imagine them, so I had a lot of fun getting to hang out with those guys. It was like the whole family, too, or like all the guys, I guess, but it was a lot of fun. King Randy, am I going to watch the 500 this weekend? Probably not. We usually have pretty busy weekends as a family. It's one of the big reasons why I don't stream on the weekends, so I probably won't be around much and watching anything. I never really got into the racing scene either. There it is, last few meters of field 12 over there. The guys are knocking it out. This has been a awesome harvest. This is one of the fields we actually own too, so it's always fun when you're hauling grain off of your own field. We own, it's funny is I need to talk to the guys on the server. I get owning these fields, although I don't know why we wouldn't have bought one of the fields around the farm. But why do we own field 8 way over here on the other side of the map? That just seems like poor planning. Looks like the semis are stacking up here, though. The one in front is at 70, or no, they're both empty. Oh. His damage is at 73%. Longer auto drive courses. Oh, I guess that's true. Maybe the paths didn't line up. I don't know. Well, this isn't going to fill up that semi because we've got the big semi trailers on here that I think are like 100,000 liters. Oh, I guess the shapes are nicer, so the fields are easier to do straight with GPS and stuff. That's very likely. All right, let's get this all folded up and out of the way. We've got one more grain cart coming in here. I'm kind of curious to see if we can get this semi full or not. I'm going to jump in the semi here, and we're going to take a drive back up to the main farm once we get unloaded into here. Trek's got 73%, 57,000 bushels. It won't fill me up, but I'll be fuller. Trio Gaming, thanks for coming and hanging out. Have a good one, sir. All right. Almost full. There's Trek on the trek back up to the farm. And we're 85%. All right, let's do this. Check out how quality the auto drive courses are here on the community server. Obviously, they're working really good since these trucks never got stuck on their way back up to the farm, but let's see how it goes. Oh, and we set them up appropriate for an Australian map. We're driving on the left side of the road. Very nice, very nice. I know when I was on here the very first night, I started recording all the courses on the wrong side of the road. And everybody was yelling at me, so I'm excited to see that they got those all fixed up. Wonder if I can go faster than 51. Nope. I think that's the max. But yeah, so we're going to run this back up to the bins just to check out the yard a little bit here. But I think this is going to be a great place to wind things down for the night. I really appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out tonight, and had some great chats and a lot of fun here playing with a few members on the community server. And hopefully I'll be doing community server live streams once a week. I figure we'll do at least one of the 2 times I try to stream on a given week. We'll play on one of the community servers or multiplayer with the members maybe. And then on the other night, I like to check out new maps and mods. So I think on Tuesday, we're going to be trying to find another new map to check out that I haven't played before, just to continue to try new things. So hopefully everybody has enjoyed their time hanging out tonight. If you have, drop a like on your way out. It helps me out a lot. And yeah, we'll be posting a new video of UMRV tomorrow morning. And then on Saturday, we've got some blooper content coming out. And then on Sunday, we've got a new episode of the staff role-playing series, the multiplayer role-playing series that I'm doing with Living in SK. That'll be out on Sunday. KTY Deck, how you doing? Appreciate you coming and hanging out tonight. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's all I've got for tonight. Yeah, I'm out. I'm rambling. I don't got anything else for you guys. That's all for today. Kedrick out.